Hello, I welcome you all in this course on power plant engineering. In this lecture 23, we will discuss feed water treatment. Topics to be covered. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to learn feed water treatment, objectives of feed water treatment, methods of water treatment, various sludges, sodium carbonate treatment or soda ash treatment. The basic objectives of the water treatment system is to remove the suspended solids, dissolved gases from the water before supplying the water to the boiler. See, the dissolved solids are either removed from the water before supplying to the boiler or after supplying to the boiler. If the dissolved solids in the water are removed in the boiler itself by a chemical treatment, then the method is known as internal treatment. So, if they are removed from the water before supplying to the boiler, then it is known as external treatment. I think you understand what is internal treatment, what is external treatment of water, feed water. Treating water in the boiler during evaporation is commonly known as internal treatment. See, the aim of this treatment is to adjust the boiler water chemically to prevent one is the scale formation, corrosion, steam contamination and embrittlement. See, some forms of this treatment is given to every boiler except once through boiler and supercritical boilers, but these both will be operated very high pressure. See, the amount and type of treatment chemicals used depend on the one is the feed water analysis and another one is the operating conditions, plant operating conditions. The internal treatment is accomplished by adding chemicals to the boiler water either to precipitate the impurities so that they can be removed in the form of sludge or to convert them into salt which will stay in water and do no harm. Either you can remove as a sludge, that is one type of treatment. Another type of treatment is the feed water treatment. Impurities can be converted into the salts which will stay in water and it does not do any harm. Different methods of water treatment. See, this is the one is the internal boiler water treatment for scale prevention and another one is the external water treatment systems. And there is a sub classifications will be there. You can go through it. And external water treatment system is one is the removal of suspended solids, again subclassified into sedimentation filtration. See here, removal of dissolved gases will be one is the oxygen scavenging compound. They can use sodium sulfate or hydrogen and Azumina 8001 RD. But today in this lecture we will discuss about the internal treatment. The method is sodium carbonate or soda ash treatment, that we will discuss, and a slight comparison I will give regarding with the phosphate treatment. And here blow down systems. See here in the earlier slide we discussed about the sludges. The sludges can be removed by the blow down systems. These systems they can remove the impurities in the water by in the form of sludges, that is blow down system. See, removal of dissolved solids is a third classification. In the second there are five. The water treatment methods will be divided into five types. And here in the second classification, this is the third method, removal of dissolved solids. Here one is the hot lime soda process and another one is the ion exchange of zeolite process and the third one is the demineralizing water treatment and fourth one is the evaporators and fifth one is the reverse osmosis process. See here the third classification is there are five types I mentioned very clearly. The third one is the seawater treatment using reverse osmosis and fourth one is the high pressure boilers and importance of water purity and fifth one is the nuclear reactors and importance of water. So these are the sum of chemical formulas and their chemical compounds. These are the chemical compounds. This can be useful for the feed water treatment. Now this is the table. It gives various sludges which are formed from the compounds of calcium, magnesium originally present in the incoming water. See here, the compounds in raw water is calcium bicarbonate, calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. See what is the treating chemicals here? For example, if you want to take the calcium bicarbonate, what is the treating chemical? Caustic soda or soda ash. This is Na2CO3. So when these chemical I am added with the calcium bicarbonate, that will be there in the raw water. This is one of the compound will be there in the raw water. Then what is the type of sludge will be formed? That is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. If it is phosphate you are added, then tricalcium phosphate will be, that type of sludge will be formed. How can we remove this one? We discussed very clearly in the earlier slides. With help of blow down system. These systems they are using, they can when the sludges will be formed, the sludges can be removed with help of these blow down systems. Now the next one is the calcium sulfate, CaSO4. So what is the treating chemical? Caustic soda or soda ash? The same thing. What will be, what the sludge formed is calcium carbonate. If you are adding phosphate, what will you get? Tricalcium phosphate, Ca3PO4 twice. See, the third one is the magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. What is the treating chemical we are added? Caustic soda, Na2CO3. So what is the sludge formed? Magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. Now we will discuss one of the method, internal treatment of water, sodium carbonate or soda ash treatment. See here, the soda ash is the chemical we are adding to the sulfates of calcium. See, this is a calcium sulfate in a boiler water to form, it will be get precipitated into calcium carbonate and Na2SO4. Next one, the sodium carbonate, Na2SO4, at a high temperature and pressure conditions reacts with water. Then what will be formed? Then is a NOH plus H2O plus CO2 will be. This is 2NaOH plus H2O plus CO2 will be formed. And finally, the free caustic soda formed reacts with the soluble magnesium, MgSO4. This is the NOH, react with the MgSO4 to form desirable insoluble magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. This is the sludge plus Na2SO4. So this system of cleaning destroys sulfate hardness. See, this system finds use in many small low pressure boilers. This method is more economical when the boiler water contains high hardness, around 70 ppm, and high alkalinity. So how much ppm we have to maintain in the boiler? Around 8 to 9 ppm only we have to maintain, parts per million. See, the sludge formed by this method is more easy to handle than the phosphate type. See, this is one of the best comparison with the phosphate type. But in this method, the sludge formation will be easily, the sludge will be formed that can be removed by using the different methods. See, what is the main disadvantage here? The main disadvantage of the system is it forms carbon dioxide, CO2. So which goes with the steam and dissolves in the condensate to form carbonic acid. So what the problem with the carbonic acid? It lowers the pH and accelerates the rate of oxygen corrosion. So it causes corrosion. So I prepared the entire video by using this particular resource. That's all for today. Thank you very much.